Hello, ladies and gentlemen of the internet and of YouTube, and welcome back to Ringlight Fables. I am your host and dungeon master Skijaramaz, otherwise known as Tone Shift. And with me today, we are joined by our full cast of players. We have SepiaWolfe playing Tuki Fletcher, our Craven thief.
Hello, and hello again.
Hello and hello again. We have Mick playing Boron, our half-dwarven battlemaster. That was a wrong button. We have Willyzin playing Ludviek, our Ithari paladin.
Greetings and salutations.
We have Goldwyn playing Minnove, our koboldic bard.
Hello.
And last but certainly not least, we have Impulsive playing Kari, our Craven bard.
Donna.
If Impulsive said anything, we didn't hear it.
Caw.
Fantastic. The silence is profound. Anyway, so... So, real quick, before we get lost in the sauce of today's session, I actually have to address a couple of things really quick, because as it so happens, it's been like 8 weeks since we've gotten to play this. If you've been following these episodes along with their uploads, that might come as a surprise to you. But that's because we had an 8-session buffer, but we haven't actually gotten, so we recorded like 8 sessions in advance before I started uploading them so that there would be that buffer. But then that entire buffer has just been blown through because we lost Mick for a while. I won't go into details, not my job to do that, but he was gone for a while, and so we didn't get to record, and he only just got back right as the buffer ran out, so we're effectively doing this live right now. So, no more buffer, sadly. If we miss a session, it's just not gonna show up that week, unfortunately. But what can you do? Sometimes life throws you curveballs. All you can do is dance to the surprise new rhythm. So because of that, this is probably going to be a much more chill and mellow session as we get back into the groove and swing of things. Also, this feels a little weird to do, but I kind of want to just do it while we're still small like this. There is a particular commenter who is prolific on these, a viewer who just keeps showing up. I believe their name is pronounced Democles. I'm not sure, they haven't said it out loud to me, but they keep showing up and commenting with actual meaningful things to think about and prompting conversations. It's very nice. So we see you there, buddy. You're like the only person who actually talks here, so thanks for that.
Thanks, man.
Yeah.
Thanks, dude.
You are seen and you are appreciated. If ever a crowd shows up, you will disappear in the throng, I am sure. So just recognizing you now while we're here. Tell us if we said your name wrong. Speaking of names that I'm probably gonna say wrong, you may have noticed, new cover art. Again, done by the incredibly skilled Avoca Draw. Sepia and I paid good money to get this up. It is very well done. If you want art of this caliber for your own things, go to Avoca Draw. So thank you again, Avoca, for doing this. It looks beautiful. We appreciate it very much. So that should be everything for announcements. So let's go ahead and get into our recap, shall we? So, where last we left off, Our heroes had found themselves being taken into the employ of a man named Godfried Halkus, a coordinator and agent for the reclusive order of historians, scholars, and archaeologists known as the Solemn Erudites, who work for the academic nation of Valrive. This employment comes as a continuation of a mutually beneficial arrangement that began with the rescue and return of Godfried's son, Donald Halkus, a well-educated but somewhat impulsive and foolhardy young man. Their first mission from Godfried was to venture forth to the city of Riversmeet, and from there venture south and deep into the twisted and tangled heart of the Forest of 1,000 Rivers that dominates the Valrivi core. There, hidden among trees and rivers and time, the party discovered an ancient ruin of unknown origin, whose architecture and age make it quite unlike anything ever documented before to your knowledge. They uncovered strange murals eroded with time and buried in moss, grand statues smoothed to vague semblances by erosion, and grand halls of communion and gathering for the residents of this ancient structure. In time, it was determined that this place, whatever it was most likely a place of spiritual or intellectual faith, a monastery of some sorts, given its layout, and was at one point probably on an ancient road network, given its location and layout. Of most curious note, however, was the chapel hall found in the eastern wing of this supposed monastery. There, colored glass depictions of a landscape could just be seen in what fragments remained, curiously devoid of the omnipresent silvery band that is the pale ring that dominates the sky. Whether it was depicted in the shards that had long ago shattered away, or was simply omitted for some reason, is unclear. But this was simply an aesthetic footnote, because more significantly than any of that was the discovery of a stone reliquary clutched in the bones of a long-dead skeletal Kraven. Picking the lock on this reliquary, the party discovered a strange blue trapezoidal crystal gilded in gold at its end caps. Making physical contact with this crystal flooded the minds of all who touched it with invasive thoughts that did not originate within their own minds, presenting them with fragmented passages and unclear images, and the only thing that came through truly clear was the word Janatuel. Cataloging that which they could, the party soon made the long return journey back to the capital city of Asmara, back to Godfried to receive payment for clearing the dangers out of the ruins and returning with maps, sketches, diagrams, notes, and, of course, the recovered reliquary and its singularly interesting crystalline treasure. But visibly not all was well upon their return, for upon arriving in the capital, it was discovered that the Arch-Kadam, the effective ruler of all of Valrive, had died. According to the official story, it had been as a result of a bout of illness, but the party is not so sure. An increased presence of guards, claimed to be put in place to maintain order during the transfer of power to the new Arch-Kadam, had sprung up well before the announcement had come out, while the party was away. And during their return trip, the party had come across a patrol searching for an ill-described fugitive. These things together have raised suspicions of assassination. However, there is very little that the party can do on that front. And so, freshly repaid for their efforts and opting perhaps to keep their heads down for a little while the nation settles from the shock of its ruler's demise, the party settles in for a period of downtime, waiting still for some debts to be repaid. Such is where we left off. And such is where we shall resume. I'm going to go ahead and bump us to the next day, because we don't remember the exact thing we left off on physically. So we shall return the following morning. So, let's see here. Nope, that's the wrong playlist. That is the mystery playlist. I want just some general ambience. So, As the sun rises on this new day, it is surprisingly bright outside your windows when the light brushes up against your eyelids, causing them to flutter open. No clouds adorn the sky, letting sun and Ringlight both shine down on the city from above with impunity, casting everything in bright colors and glowing hues, reflected by the stonework and polished marbles all over the Academy city, and from Lake Bafloril to the south and west, and it just does not feel fitting in the slightest, given recent events. Given what you have learned since you were last here, it feels just too bright for what has recently happened, for the revelations you've been met with. However, you currently have no immediate demands upon you, no priorities calling upon your attention that I am inclined to enforce. We are effectively entering a few days of downtime, and that time is yours to do with as you see fit. So we shall just go down the list, I think, in the order that you're listed in the Roll20 room. So we will begin with Boron. What is it, if anything, in particular, that Boron would like to do over the course of the next few days to fill your time?
Actually, he would like to put his carpentering skill to good use.
Carpentry,
And
gotcha.
Would like to improve our cart a little bit with a nice roof and things like that.
All right.
Make it
So
go from
we
wagon
travel-
to covered wagon.
So we travel a little in better style and things like that.
Nice. Okay. All right, so there'll be some manner of tarp, some wooden support struts to help hold it all up, metal for the nails. I'll say, to put all this together, you'll obviously, of course, need to work on it probably over the course of a day or two, probably more. But for the raw materials, I'd say I'd let you get those for... Make a persuasion check for me, actually.
Can we just skip that?
It'll give me a vibe to go off of.
What if one of us came with them?
Someone could go with them to give them advantage if they like.
Ooh, a 3.
It's not gonna help. So,
Yeah.
the raw materials, like, you're absolutely being overcharged, but you just don't have the patience to argue about it. It's gonna cost 5 gold to get all the requisite resources for this.
It's fine.
It's way too much for the resources you're getting, but you deal with it. So, alright, so, on the grounds that you have an abundance of time, I'm not going to necessitate a roll from your carpenter's tools for this. You have proficiency with them, and you have an abundance of time in a safe environment. I'll just say you can do it given sufficient time. So, I imagine you have the cart by the Halkus estate so that you don't have to go too far to work on it, right?
More or less, yes.
All right, so you get to work on that. Butterscotch has a spot reserved. I imagine like an estate like this would probably have a personal stable or something to that effect on campus. So I imagine that's where Butterscotch, your horse, is currently being kept. So you're fine on that front, and you just knuckle down, I imagine in like a shed or a workshop, something of the sort, and just start working on that. Fills your time, fills your hands, keeps you busy. If anyone wants to mingle with that, you are more than welcome to. Otherwise...
Boron.
Oh.
Minnove's
What's
gonna
up?
pop up from
okay.
over the cart as if she's been like laying on the cart for a hot minute as he's
You
working
just
on it.
show up.
So, Boron, I have a question.
Mm-hmm.
Where'd you learn to like build this kind of stuff? Like, it's doing a pretty good job.
Yeah, it's like my parents wanted me to get some sort of education that I could apply if combat was not the real issue.
All right, so you were like an apprentice of some sort for a little bit there.
Mm-hmm.
Fascinating. I didn't know that about you there, Boron.
Some things you don't go around telling everybody.
I mean, if I could build anything out of my hands of a little wooden, I would, I definitely might brag a little bit, but that's also me, and I have a relatively large mouth.
It's probably.
You're good at your craft here, Boron. You should be proud of it a little bit. Talk about it a little more about it.
I'm a little out of practice, so I haven't done this for the past 20 years or so.
Oh my god. I mean, I guess it's fine, but I'd love to see when you were in practice. Did you used to build these kind of things within seconds flat?
Not really, no. But maybe in a little less time.
All right. Well, I won't bother you too much there, Boron. I've finished mine up. You know what you're doing, and I'm sure as hell to fuck it up somehow, so...
That's okay. Can stay if you like. Just for me to keep an eye on you.
Of course.
Sure. Sure, Boron. Whatever you say, you sweetie pie.
Uh-huh.
I'm gonna go into the town later. Are you wanting anything to eat?
Maybe just
Drink?
My flask is empty. I'll probably join you later.
All right.
All right.
Yeah, and he keeps hammering away.
And Minnove just kind of watches, kind of plucking at her strings as she's tuning, not annoyingly, just tuning her instrument a little bit.
Okay.
And unless that's it, I think that's it.
All right. Nice. All right. So, next up would be Tuki. Is there anything you wish to do over the coming day or so? Or do you just kind of want to... I presume you don't want to just hide away on the estate. That would be hell on your yearning.
Yeah, that's kind of where she's having a bit of trouble, because she does not like the heightened security, but she also doesn't want to be cooped up, so I think eventually she does just leave, but is very cautious to stay out of sight of City Guard.
All right. Does she take anyone with her, or is she going it solo? Or rather, does she invite anyone?
If anybody wasn't busy, I think she would be happy to ask anybody along.
I'd say me, but I don't want to keep on...
I will roll a die to see whether or not I will be here, because it's funnier that way.
Bless you.
All right, if I roll,
Please tell
I'm gonna
me
roll.
Please tell me someone was counting those sneezes.
You have to roll
I'm-
six attack die.
Actually, no. I'm rolling a D8 because that's what the sneezes decided. If it's an odd number, then it would be odd for Kari to go. If it's an even number, then he will go. The die has spoken. Kari will not be there with Tuki.
Well, how stealthy was Tuki being when she was about to leave, would you say? This is up to you.
She was definitely probably getting to the point of being annoying in the estate.
Oh, well then actually, just an idea. Ludviek would probably notice that she's being antsy about it and say to her, "So Tuki, I've been thinking, I'm getting bored. Would you like to find something to do around town? Just thinking maybe, well, there's always odd jobs needing doing, or even that. Explore the edge of the town itself. It's quite big."
Sure, there's lots of places I haven't been.
I'm thinking about checking out for a hammer, this type. It's doing good, but could always see more. Plus, maybe we could find you yet another rapier for your collection. She's basically saying weapon shopping.
Tuki collects rapiers from her fallen foes.
Exactly, so we have to first target the shopkeeper.
Oh,
Challenge him to a duel. And then have Tuki take his head. Or his hand, whatever comes first.
And Ludwig's, of course, joking. He's doing this with the biggest shit-eating grin as he's saying this.
I mean, there's more to it than just collecting swords. But sure, we can check out the shops.
Ah, excellent. Besides, the day is sunny. The warm is good.
All right. So, you make your way out onto the streets of Asmara. As you leave, Donald does sort of briefly stop you both at the door and hands you both a couple of basically like small, like, they're not proper gold, but they kind of catch the light like gold. Little coins, a little larger than you might expect from the normal ones, and with little ribbons colored sort of purple, sort of pinned to the backs of them. Here. These might come in handy.
What are they?
Crests of the Halkus estate. If you find yourself getting accosted for no good reason because of all the heightened security, that should at the very least let them know that you have patrons in the upper city. That should at the very least make sure you're not getting harangued for no good reason.
Oh. How does phrase go? Pays to have friends in tall places.
Close enough. High places is the term.
Da!
Thank you very much for these.
Of course.
Tuki looks visibly relieved.
and Donald sort of leans forward a little bit. And just so we're clear, if anyone does give you any shit, if you can catch their name, let us know. Hey?
All right. I don't want to cause trouble.
If someone causes you trouble, they have to answer for that.
That's not my experience, but I appreciate it.
Well, see if we can make it more people's experiences, eh? Alright. Hopefully it won't come to that, though. And he pats you on the shoulder and backs up to give you back your personal space.
Alright. Do you know which way we are going?
History. Does Ludviek remember the way he needs to be going? I would say he's wandered the town enough that he probably at least knows at least the right area.
Yeah,
not
like
a story
you,
specific.
Yeah, you've been to Asmara even before you met this party, so you'd have a general idea of the layout. Maybe not the finer specifics of various nooks and crannies, but like, you know where the major landmarks are, you know where the most popular stores are, you probably stopped in at one point when you first got here to, get your hammer touched up after using it on the road on your way into Valreef, things like that. So I'd say, yeah, you know your way around.
Yeah. So, if that one would... I'm basically trying to just see if I can find himself a better hammer, mostly. That's it. That or a better shield. Either one at this point is what I'm going for.
All right. Well, the main sort of a weapon shop smithy that you're aware of is actually largely in the same district as the Halkis estate. It's referred to as the Armory of Juna.
Armory of Juna.
Yep.
Nice.
In reference to the Pentist goddess of war, knights, chivalry, and sentinels. It's the same place you went to previously to get your hammer touched up. You know, it's a spendy place, but they have really good gear, and some of it might even be enchanted, so might be worth taking a look.
I would say I'm not sure what Tuki's maybe looking for, but I would have definitely for Ludviek, I'd have him looking mostly for shield. Weapon, maybe. I know that's probably more spendy, but the shield might be more in his price range at this point. Might.
I'll see what I've got in my coffers.
If I'm remembering my choices here correctly.
I suppose I could get some new armor. Never did go close shopping like we talked about way back in Canala's Rest.
Ah, yes. Haven't really had a chance to just stop and smell roses. Would be a good time. And this place should have both.
Indeed. So then, you're making your way for that particular destination. Then I take it.
Yeah. The Armory of Juna was the name.
The Armory of Juna. Yes.
All right. Yes, that's the one. Probably would want to look to try and find for Tuki some studded leather then, unless it's what you already have, or is it regular leather?
Tuki has regular leather.
All right, so studded would be the next step up. All right.
If you are willing, if you had 5 copper to spare, I could also get a hand crossbow.
Oh, I do indeed. All right, yeah, I can literally just do that. That's literally going to work out great because that'll even out my coppers. Wait, did you mean gold or copper?
Copper.
Oh, you meant copper. Oh. Yeah. All right. Yes.
If I get 5 copper, then that can count as a silver, and I already have 9 silver, and then I have 74 gold, and a hand crossbow is 75.
All right. Well, good. Here. Good. Don't like loose change. Change goes around too much. And I already make enough noise as is.
All right. So, heading out with your Halkis estate crests, which you should add to your inventories. All of you, you all get these.
How do you spell that again?
I'll just put it in chat.
Excellent. Thank you. Oh, that's literally how I thought. Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
So, with those in your possession, you step out into the warmth of the sunlight. We are currently in the early stages of autumn, but you still have like the lingering heat of the latter half of summer sort of beating down on you. Very refreshing after the long, cold dreariness of your time spent in the raining core of the forest. That said, as you make your way out onto the streets and Ludviek sort of takes the lead heading in the direction of the Armory of Juna, the lowered atmosphere around the city is very noticeable. You would of course picked up on it coming in, but it's much more overt now that you are sort of fully cognizant that it's here. Following the main sort of road through this district, you eventually hook a turn into sort of a sort of wide plaza, sort of a fat cul-de-sac with a handful of different businesses arrayed around the sort of central fountain with sort of an abstract sculpture work of art that vaguely resembles flowing water rising up out of the center. There's a degree of movement, but it doesn't look like much. Just seems like a handful of individuals going about what business they need to do. Seems like as of right now, since the new Archcadam hasn't been coronated yet, things are still very much in a time of mourning, so businesses aren't getting anywhere near as much movement and business as they might. But you see your destination easily enough directly ahead. The Armory of Juna, this very impressive spectacle of a building for what is essentially a workshop. Open air in the front, but as you sort of step in, there are encased in protective casings, and you see several of them do have glowing white runes etched along their frames. You see suits of armor of various types sort of on display and sort of hanging up on the walls, sort of chained with clasps with keyholes into them. Various types of weapons, and also just a general assortment of general metallic goods that you might expect a blacksmith to make, because they don't just deal in weapons and armor. They deal in horseshoes, in tongs, and fence posts, and everything else. There's a roaring furnace in the back, and you see a human individual hammering away at what appears to be a work in progress, just a square plate of steel. A muscled figure covered in sweat. No shirt, but a big apron, sort of greasy black hair sort of bound up behind him with a scruffy beard. Sort of looks up toward you with this crooked askew nose. Sort of blinks. I sort of passing between the two of you for a second. One moment. Sticks the plate in for a quench before looking up toward you both. I sort of linger on Tuki for a second before he focuses up to Ludviek. Hello, Sunan. What can I do for you?
Well, particularly, I'm in the market for looking for something either for protection, he motions to his shield, or something for a little bit more in bushing.
Right. He sort of glances back towards a door that heads deeper inside that sits somewhat ajar. Oi, Crane! Come out here, take over the forge, we got customers. And you see this somewhat younger fellow, a human man, looks to be maybe like 20 years, this guy's junior, comes out, kind of frazzled, but moves to take up a position at the forge and gets back to work on what the shopkeeper's working on. Exchange nods, and he turns back to you. Well, if you're looking for better shields, that one looks pretty solid, all told. A little used, perhaps, but thick. Could take plenty more of a beating.
It has seen quite a many action, and probably will mostly more.
Yeah, I bet. Well, I could feasibly. He sort of looks around his shop and gestures, points. You follow the line of sight directed by his finger, and you see this large sort of rectangular shaped shield that's almost as tall as like a full-grown human, sort of hooked up on the wall. Could probably sell you that sucker there. Tower shield.
Ooh. That is a mighty one indeed.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Bigger than the one you've currently got by an order of magnitude, but also a lot heavier. It'll restrict your movement somewhat, but it'll effectively give you a big metal wall of armor to hide behind.
Or to put in front of the friend, yes. That
That
might
too.
work.
So in gameplay terms, that would basically be, it would be an upgrade to your shield that would increase the bonus to your armor class from +2 to +3, but it would come with a drawback of having disadvantage on dex saves, because it's cumbersome.
Okay. And what's his dex anyway? Yeah, it's an even 0.
So it'll make you harder to hit, certainly, but comes with a caveat.
Caveat of like dex is for most saving throws. Well, a good chunk of
for-
saving throws for spell. Yeah. Would that Actually, that is a good question. Would that be if there? So then that's disadvantage. Would that then mean that any advantage I get to dex saving throws be neutralized to just a normal throw then?
Yeah.
That would be something for the future. All right. And is that probably the best shield he's got in the area? He doesn't have anything that's like possibly an enchanted one, is it?
That is the best mundane shield he has if you're looking for something that'll give you a stat boost. He does have plenty of other shields in his possession that would be aesthetically different, but would statistically not be any better than your current shield.
Okay. Not in this shop. Okay.
But he does have access to a handful of enchanted shields.
Oh, he does. Okay.
He does. Thing is, though, is I'm not fully familiar with how enchanted item pricing works in 5th edition.
Actually, I suddenly realized
Way
neither do
outside
I.
our price range.
Oh, even if we had 100. I mean, I don't, but I'm pretty close to it.
Even if we had a few hundred.
Ah, okay.
Enchanted
All right,
items are extremely pricey in this game.
All
Let's
right. Well then,
Yeah, let's
put
see.
that out then.
Like a +1 shield would constitute as a rare item. So let me see here. So
Even plate mail is like 1,500.
Oh, that I know. That I know for plate mail. And enchanted plate mail even more. All right, no, I
yeah,
just thought,
a +1 shield would probably go somewhere like 1,000 to 2,500 gold.
Okay, we got to do a lot more work. Gotcha. All right. Well, but actually, no, that tower shield though. Oh, yeah. I probably want to have him get rid of his smaller shield. It'll be situational depending on which one I have him use. We'll just keep the rest in the cart. But yeah, I think he is. So that he would say is like, all right. He would turn to the shopkeeper. He was like, well, yes, I do like the idea of that shield. So, how much is it?
For that big old thing, about 30 gold.
30 gold. Ludviek does not think he could haggle this guy, so he is just going to be like, well, sir, I do believe you'll have a sale then.
Alrighty. So, you trade the coins over, and you receive a tower shield. +3 to your armor class, but your dex saving throws are made at disadvantage so long as you have it equipped.
All right, I'm going to probably have him have it get equipped right now, just so I can get used to that until then. But
there's a chance I might add something else to it later. We're not going into combat anytime this session, I doubt. So there's a chance I might add something else to it to compensate for that dex disadvantage. We'll see.
All right.
Kari's gonna pick a fight with a homeless man.
Please don't. Please don't.
Lay low, Kari. Kari, lay low.
My guy, you help no one doing that, least of all yourself.
He did it.
Who are the police gonna believe? The homeless man or the rich guy? Political commentary.
I don't know. It all
What
depends on
riches?
what. It ultimately all depends on whether or not the guy you accosted was another Kraven or not.
And what are you talking about, riches? You're dirt poor.
Excuse you.
Right.
Tuki, you said you were looking for hand bow, crossbow, big bow, ribbon bow.
Beauregard?
Who's that?
I don't know. I was just contributing to the joke. Carry on.
Well, I only have enough for one or the others, but either some better armor or a hand crossbow.
Well, I've got either. Sort of looks you up and down for a second, Tuki. Your current getup, practical, but it is in a state, so...
Ludviek says like to Tuki, he would say, if you need a bit help with the armor, I am willing to help.
Oh, you already lent me some money.
What is bit? We're a group, we work together.
I'll do the armor.
Alright. What type specifically are you looking for?
I'm not very strong, so just maybe some studded leather.
Makes sense. Sorta gives you another praising look. Don't usually make armor for a Kraven body type, but I think I might got something that could probably make work. Roll up the pant legs a bit, should be fine. Alright, give me a moment. He walks over to one of his sort of display cases, rolls it out, and you do see there's it's a nice set of studded leather armor. It looks more uniform than the kind of very asymmetrical, patched together attire you're currently wearing. Looks like your usual sort of accessorizations would fit on it easily enough. It definitely wasn't made with a Kraven body type in mind, but you imagine you can make that work easily enough. 50 gold and the sucker's yours.
That seems steeper than it's supposed to be, but...
I would like Ludviek to stealthily put into Tuki's wallet a few more gold than she actually has.
Make for me a sleight of hand check, Lion Man. All right, sure. So,
This is not how much I had. Where did this come from?
you find 10 additional gold in there.
No, I counted I counted. This is wrong. What happened?
My memories are failing me.
you-
This isn't supposed to happen. I'm a Kraven. I
Right,
don't
now you
forget shit.
Great, now you stressed her out, Ludviek.
Ludviek is just panicking internally, like, crap, what do I do? And he goes, I do believe that may have happened earlier. We may have gotten the bag switched around. Yes, it might have happened. I think, probably just Kari making a mistake again with his counting. You know how he is. Rich people.
He's a Kraven. It doesn't mess up counting.
Well, just take it as a sign of good fortune for now, I would say.
I'm just waiting for someone to claim that they're missing 10 gold and get me arrested or something.
Well, do not worry. As long as I am here, I will make sure that does not happen.
Hey, I'm missing 10 gold.
Shut up, Kari!
Kari's not here.
No.
All right. Either way.
So yeah, she'll pay the 50.
All right. Like you sort of, as you're sort of passing the coins forward, you can kind of see like there's almost like a moment of like sort of surprise on the blacksmith's face, but he doesn't question it. Takes the coins. Right, give me a moment. Reaches down into a sort of heads over to a little, not a desk, but like a counter. Rifles through one of them and withdraws what looks to be a key of some kind. Comes back over to the case, unlocks it, pops it open. Right, here you go. And you get, now in your possession, ready to be changed into, once you have some privacy, a suit of studded leather armor.
Hey,
And it's clean and laundered and everything.
It is clean, and it is laundered, and it has metal studs.
I still don't know where this extra came from. I just counted it when I asked you for the copper.
I may have given you more than copper when you were taking it. You might not have seen.
Oh. I don't like being in debt, Ludviek.
What debt? Last I checked, I owe you for saving my life multiple times back in Kanala's Rest.
I don't really place a coin value on life, Ludviek.
Ah, and you should not. For just me helping a friend. You have helped me.
I had enough. Are you sure you don't want it back?
Ah, we will find more. In our line of work, there is no shortage of things to do and gold to earn.
This is the first time I've actually been employed.
Ah, it feels good, eh? It's strange for me. Never had to deal with much gold myself. Growing up, I had to, well, we just hunted what we needed. Took what we needed. and the earth itself was able to give.
Barbara,
only once you-
Please continue. I did not expect you to.
No, it's just only...
I presume you've walked out of the blacksmith at this point.
Oh, yeah. Yes.
Okay.
This is the conversation they have as they're traveling away.
Okay. Changing out the ambience then.
Yep. It was, only once I got out into the world itself, I started to realize just how much... Well, it's very hard to barter if no one wants what you have. Not everyone wants skin and meat.
I'm from in Parvara. Everything is money, and usually more for someone like me.
I cannot imagine what that is like.
It's I know I've mentioned it before, but it's kind of hard not to be a thief when the world forces you to be one.
Forced into something you do not like. Yes, the world can sometimes be cruel and force us to do things just to survive.
I don't
But it's how
think
you
about
come
it
at
much anymore.
But I find it is always how you approach it. And even the worst hand, or worst hand? That's all? Yes, worst hand. The worst hand you could be given. You can sometimes either treat it with your own open hand or a closed one.
I'm not sure I understand.
I am butchering this whole phrase somewhere along the line, but the point is how you do, how you react, is how you choose to be. It's how Tuki is Tuki. Your actions, your reactions, it's all you. Because it is you.
I've never really spent more than a few days with anyone, so I just try not to make somebody stay worse.
Well, I would say you have never made my day worse at all, and I do not believe you ever could.
I appreciate that.
Now, Minnove, on the other hand, she is quite a very, very rascally one.
That little giggle.
I just imagine they're passing by an alleyway, and she just is there to hear that and just giggles, and then they move on. Yes.
I don't know. I like everybody that we have been traveling with.
Oh, same as Will. I just, it's quite a colorful group of characters. Reminds me of a lot of home in many ways. Seems that even though the lands may change, the people may change, there's still many types of people that are very familiar.
I have a bit of the opposite. I feel like everything here is so alien. I still get the odd look, but it's nice not having to slink around.
Yes, that can be good. Just to relax and walk and enjoy. Of course, in a town like this, a city like this, it's still good to have your guard up a bit. You never know when there is a pickpocket around.
She'll just slowly turn and look up at him.
It's like,
And he just looks over at her and winks. Because technically he just did some pickpocketing a moment ago.
I mean, yeah, he technically did.
Reverse pickpocketing.
Suna's looking at you like, I feel kind of conflicted right now. Because on the one hand, like, he was helping his friend and doing a good deed and very kind, and I love that. On the other hand, like, it's kind of underhanded. You know what? Fuck it, I don't care. Juno's over here is like, I do. Well, you're not involved in this. The store was named after me. Fuck off. No one here worships you.
No one here worships you. Oh.
I mean, come on.
Fuck
What
you know.
What is Ludviek at this point, if not a walking paradox of multiple things?
Fair enough. Oh, Jesus. Oh boy. Okay.
Next, I will treat the infirm by resetting their bones.
I don't think that works very well for Donald.
He survived. And he lived to tell the tale. A very long tale.
Was there anything else you wanted to do?
Well, there is quite the whole of the outskirts of the city itself to explore. And there's the inskirts. And the side skirts.
And the underskirts.
We're not going to the red light district. This isn't that kind of game.
I mean, you can. I'll just fade to black and assume you have a good time.
If
What if I-
Tuki wanders
what if the
through
dice
there,
say
he's just
no?
wandering through it and out the other side.
All right, I can't think of
Sorry,
anything.
I saw the opportunity. I was like, wow.
Oh, so what happened where now? Did someone do something?
Oh,
or...
No, I said I can't think of any other opportunities of that thing, unless Tuki has something specific.
No, I think she would just wander until it either got dark and Ludviek said it was time to go back, or until she got tired, which might be a while.
Ludviek would just treat it as a, core exercise at that point. Getting the body and mind in shape, yes.
Walking my Robin, don't mind me.
There's a crawling in my wagon, and I don't mean to be bragging about the best wagon dragon in a wagon you can meet.
That's funny. Give me a moment.
Mm-hmm.
Who's that tippy tapping? I think it's.
That's me.
Impulsive?
That's me.
you, okay?
I am creating a handout for the Tower Shield.
Oh, fair.
Excellent.
I just hear tippy tapping and I always assume it's Impulsive because Impulsive has like the very crispest, loudest keyboard.
All right, give me just a second.
Wow, you're going real at it, Jesus!
How do you think I managed to write as many words as I did for my things?
Holy fuck, God!
All right. So this should now be in the special gear subfolder of your handouts menu.
Excellent.
He literally just
And,
tippy tapped and whipped it out. Damn.
I'm gonna have him have that thing equipped right away for now. Do I just go into the gear thing and just select disadvantage for dex rolls then, or?
When making dex saving throws, we'll it'll be at disadvantage.
Okay, we'll just remember to do that. Okay.
Yeah. All right.
Coolio. Now I gotta draw him with a big fuck off shield.
We're not gonna do redraws of the art. That's too expensive for our poor bloods. All right. So that was technically Tuki's turn and everything. Next up, we have Minnove.
So, I'm going to. So Minnove notices how very uneasy and how mournful everybody kind of is in Asmara, for good reasons to be, and it reminds her a little bit of how everybody kind of felt in Lamb Song during the beast attacks, quote unquote.
Right. It is a similar vibe. Good catch.
She and it does make her feel uneasy, but like in an uneasy way that makes her feel like she has to serve her purpose in some way. Minnove will head out into the town. If anyone wants to follow, they're more than welcome to. Actually, Kari,
Yeah.
I'm gonna need you.
What?
Well, do you have your guitar on you?
It's never not on me.
Perfect. All right. Boron, you said you wanted to come to the town with me?
Yeah, I might.
Wait, what are we
Yeah,
doing?
actually, I'm coming.
You want to come, or do you want to stay?
No, I'll
Yeah,
be with you.
stay. Where did I go?
Well,
No.
Well, I'm going to the town. I'll do some, I guess, mundane shopping, like, I'm turning to Kari, god damn it. I'll do some mundane shopping, like, groceries, I guess. I know we have groceries here, but, you know, I feel bad mooching. But also, Kari, you and I are gonna make some cash.
Are you proposing we go busking?
Yes.
Right, I need to Google this word.
Playing for money.
Ah, okay. I figured as much, just wanted to be sure. Not even like 5 minutes ago, we were talking about going to the red light district. I was like, I don't know. Are we still in that headspace? So just,
No, it's the
yeah.
equivalent of like someone of a street performer singing
Gotcha,
and
gotcha.
having their guitar out.
Gotcha. Okay,
Throw the
just wanted
money
to
in
make
the
sure.
guitar case.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
This is busking with a B, not with an M.
And Kari, I want to, I don't know, it's been quite dour, and everybody's been kind of in a mood, and, you know, we never got to play on that stage in Lamb Song, so I think it'll be fun to kind of liven up some spirits.
Busking.
I mean, if you're against it, you're more than welcome to stay here and just rot in the estate.
Busking.
Yes, busking, making money, earning cash, keeping our stay, you know.
He narrows his eyes.
If you don't make up your mind within the next 3 seconds, I will leave. 1, 2.
Fine, I'll do it. Only because you won't shut up about it if I don't.
Oh, Kari, you know me so well. And Boron, you're gonna be our little bodyguard. And by bodyguard, you're gonna be the strong guy that's gonna make sure people don't steal from our thing and make us be bullied. I don't like.
I'll
being
even
bullied.
go around with a hat and collect the donations.
Oh, Boron, you're such a sweetie pie.
Uh-huh.
Oh.
Busking.
Yes,
Say
Kari.
Say busking one more goddamn time.
Kari just can't believe he has to stoop down to the level of actually being a bard and like busking for change.
No, Skij. I sense I've said something wrong.
I don't know.
I sense I've made a mistake of some kind.
I don't know.
With that, Minnove will grab both Boron and Kari's hand before either of them can change their minds and say no. Making sure Kari has his instrument in hand, and she's gonna drag them all to the center of like Asmara. Is there like any like almost as like a walking kind of parade like.
I mean, if you mean like wider streets or larger areas, yeah, plenty. Like, no, like you're kind of in like the upper class districts of the city right now, where a lot of like the very bougie sort of family estates and administrative offices and sort of where a lot of the academies are before you get to like the very beating heart center of the city, where the Central University and the Archcadam's Palace are, you know, the big spire that goes way, way up. But there are plenty of spaces around in your current district where you could feasibly do that. That said, you might have better luck in some of the more common, like, middle to lower class districts of the city, where there's more people more tightly cluttered together. Up here, you're only going to get, like, a handful of, snotty people with a lot of money.
Yeah. So Minnove's
who wouldn't know a good time if it wiggled its way up their butt.
So Minnove's going to turn to Kari and Boron and be like, all right, so the plan is we, as a group, are going to bring the party to the common area. But in order to do that, we need to show where the party is.
Mm-hmm.
Kari, have you ever heard of a marching band?
Have I ever? What?
We are going to play music while we walk into the common area through the rich hoity-toity area, and hopefully maybe bring some curious, snobbish, aristocratic types.
Flash mob.
Yeah, a flash mob, exactly, God, thank you.
I
And we're gonna bring them all together. And yes, Kari, we've been over that. That's been part of the conversation like a full 2 minutes ago.
That sounds like such a perfect idea.
Thank you, Boron.
I am full of enthusiasm.
I could tell. Oh my goodness, you're smiling. Look at that. Look at those mutton chops. They're raising a little bit.
They're quivering.
Yes. Smiling.
Yes, busking, Kari.
Don't you put words in my mouth.
Well, it's the thing that you've been saying for the last
4 minutes.
4 minutes. I don't know time. I just play. Come on, we gotta liven everyone up. Everyone's so dour and so gloom and just it. Come on, Kari. They need something to enjoy. Everyone in the common area are just sad.
Yeah.
Plus, we can make some money, some gold, buy you some cool things.
Yes, we can do that. Yes,
maybe make and make you look really pretty. Give you some shiny things.
Are you saying I don't already look pretty?
I think you look gorgeous, but we can add like a bow in your hair or something.
I don't have hair. What are you talking about?
You have that little coif.
Yes, it's not hair.
Did you ever... and a Crovan talking about hair. Perfect.
Have you ever heard of anything called a school?
I never went to school.
I knew that.
Sorry, I never went to school. I don't know what I've heard of it, of course, but like I've never actually had like a teacher or classroom. I've been like, you know, as the young ones say, homeschooled in some way.
Oh, God.
Self-taught, self-led. Come on, Kari. It'll be fun. We'll do. I believe it's called a parade. A parade through the upper district into the mid district. Hopefully, bringing everybody kind of together under the same idea of music and song and dance and that's the beauty of music and art, you know?
All right, but I'm not playing Freebird.
No, do not fucking do that! Stop it! God damn it! Fucker!
I can't stop it.
Yes, you can. You can just not fucking do it. This video's
Audio
copyright
jungle.
struck now. Thank you. Fantastic.
What do you mean it's not? It can't be. This isn't live.
No, it'll do it afterwards, man. YouTube's really crazy about that stuff.
Please, don't fucking do that. Please.
Okay.
Okay.
We'll just have to mute that section.
So
So,
let's get on with it.
if everyone is in agreement, the plan is Minnove and Kari are going to start playing in unison while Boron comes along to make sure no one fucks with you two. And you're going to walk from the upper districts down into the lower and just kind of make a full circuit around the sort of circular centrifugal shape of the city, because Asmara is kind of laid out like a series of continuous circles that kind of bleed into each other. It's almost kind of like the Imperial City from Oblivion, but not every district leads to the middle. You kind of have to go through like a maze almost to get to the middle.
Essentially, we're hoping that people follow us to the center, and if no one follows us, sad. But
All right.
I'm
In
hoping
that-
it's no guards that follow us.
You might have
And,
guards following you just to make sure it doesn't get too rowdy.
Okay.
As long as it doesn't get too rowdy, they're not going to get too uppity. But anyway, so one of you take the lead, and you will roll with initiative as the other sort of follows up behind you and bolsters the performance. So whichever of you has the higher performance skill.
I have a 10. Kari?
Mine's higher. 11.
Whoa.
11.
Whoa, badass
Yes.
over here, guys.
And you two are also bards, so I will remind you, you have access to bardic inspiration.
Oh yeah.
I would just like to say we have now realized that Kari's amps do in fact go to 11.
This one goes to 11.
Exactly.
Yes. Stranger Things is in the Pale Ring setting. How'd you know?
What?
So
We get
then
Netflix here.
so then Kari takes the lead.
Okay.
Minnove is going to, while they do it, is going to cast kind of minor illusion
Okay.
while she's playing,
All right.
trying to make this kind of like minor illusion of like stars and kind of like a very pretty, almost overlay to what
Okay,
they're
so-
doing. So it's
you're
like
trying to make
brighter
your-
colors.
Okay. All right. You're turning up the saturation and bloom. Gotcha.
Yeah, trying to essentially make people like be like, what the fuck is that? Oh, okay. Like make them
All
turn
right.
in some
Okay,
way of like eye.
I can't give you double advantage with this, but make for me your spellcast check, Minnove. Just just roll and add your spellcast attack modifier.
So just a d20 and then my spell attack bonus.
Yeah. If that's high enough, it'll decrease the DC on your performance.
7.
Oh yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah. Okay.
Nice.
That's a 26. That'll do you some favors. All right. So then, Kari, you may roll with advantage. Performance check.
Alright.
Was there ever any doubt?
Until the dice land, there's always doubt. But that is a 22. And
That's
on
a
a
terrible.
it could have been a lot better, but it's still good enough for what you are doing here. So, give me just a second here. So, you three, rather, you sort of find your spot. I don't know what the hell just happened, but the music room acted weird. There we go. So, with Kari sort of taking the lead, and Minnove providing backing instrumentation and this very colorful sort of illusion of bright colors and sort of this almost dreamlike sort of mystical addendum to the performance, you start going, and it doesn't take you long at all to sort of find a spot in each other's rhythms and melodies as you're going and just start walking down the street. You absolutely get weird looks as you're going at first. Handful of eyes like, what the fuck are they doing? From some of the more snooty individuals that you might find in these sort of more wealthy districts. But, like, you are observed by the guards as you're approaching the gate that leads back down into the more common areas of the city. I imagine you just kind of, like, flash your crests as you're going, just to be like, hey, we're good, let us through, please. And if you do that, the guards will share bewildered looks, and one of them will just kind of shrug, but they'll let you through. You do have at least one guard sort of tailing at a distance just to keep an eye on you, because this is weird. Let's be real. This is kind of a weird thing to just spontaneously happen. But with a 22 performance, as you start making your way through the rest of the city, you start getting more eyes on you from people who aren't necessarily as well-to-do, more common folk, and it starts building up. It starts with just a handful of cautious glances, but then every so often you get some, like, charmed expressions like, oh, that's sweet, I see what they're doing, and, like, a handful of children who are out and about see the bright colors and the extremely flamboyant attire of the musicians, and the fact that the magic is, like, making everything all sparkly and pretty and like a screenshot out of the Ori games. And they start pointing, dragging their parents over, like, look, the lizard is glowing. The lizard is glowing and the bird is pretty. And as a handful of people sort of start following along, that, like, the beginnings of a crowd draw more attention from other people who might have just ignored the traveling little duet. You know, once a crowd starts to form, it's kind of an exponential growth thing where it gets bigger as the minutes pass by, faster and faster. What would you say is the energy of the song you're playing? I assume very happy, but, like, is it low energy? Is it high energy? What's the deal here?
Well, Kari's the one taking the lead on this. So, Kari?
I feel like I'm going to... okay. There. I will not explain what just happened on my end for the sake of the audience.
Okay.
Now. Good question. Probably... Something happier, but not upbeat. Something to kind of poke and prod the overall atmosphere of the place, but not to try to turn it upside down.
Essentially be respectful to what has happened, but also try to keep people, like, in, like, oh, that's nice. That's a nice little happier kind of, like, feeling.
Well, that and he also has absolutely no idea how, like, people are going to even react to this attempt in the first place.
Fair enough.
Leave it to the bards to not lay low, by the way.
Oh, yeah, no, this is extremely brazen. All right, so that's probably a good approach. It's not so, it's, like you say, you keep it kind of lower energy to be respectful, but it's relaxing. It's like you put on lo-fi beats to study and relax to, but, you know, with the Spanish guitar and like an Egyptian sitar. Very interesting combination. We'll have to commission a musician to do that up at some point. But it gets it like, so it's not like an aggressively dancing flash mob spontaneously synchronizing dance moves, but you do have a decent crowd sort of following you along, listening with appreciation, until you eventually sort of find yourself stepping into, like, sort of like an open trade center sort of in the southern ends of the city, sort of having done, like, sort of a crescent half circle from where you were to where you are now, before the sort of string of songs you'd been doing kind of start to wind down and wrap up. And as they're sort of coming to a close, the crowds sort of look amongst themselves, and you see some appreciative smiles, some general nods of approval, and you get some applause. It's a little muted, everyone's moods are still kind of, they're not like getting party goer, but they're showing their appreciation for the performance.
With the ending of it, Minnove will then look at Kari and start to pluck away at the song that she played at Lamb Song.
Okay. So, Minnove, you go ahead and you play your little song for the crowd next. And as it was in Lamb Song, it's very mellow, very slow. It's this lullaby that you hold very dear to your heart, and the crowd seems appreciative of it. I'm not going to necessitate another roll. I assume you've got it after our 22 performance from Kari. That was kind of for both of you. So,
Yippee.
indeed. So, with that in mind, as you play the song and Boron goes around with a hat that he absolutely borrowed from Donald to collect donations from people who appreciate the song and its clothes.
Actually, I'm going around with my helmet.
Okay. Actually, fair point. Every time a coin lands in it, it'll be very loud and people will be like, what the fuck was that? Oh. So that actually is clever. That'll bring more attention to it. So with that in mind, let's see here. I would like you, Boron, to just roll me 1d4.
Oh no.
Can I give him bardic inspiration because of the music?
1d4
That
probably
will not help here. This is just okay. A 3.
Okay. Oh yeah, 1d4. Sorry, my bad.
Okay, so that then will serve as a multiplier, which I will apply to the smaller of the 2 performance rolls Kari provided. And as such, the number of donations you two get from the crowd, surprisingly, totals to about 42 gold pieces.
Whoa!
You made bank on that. It was like, a lot of people were like, that was really, really nice. That's numerically how it comes out. It came largely in the form of like handfuls of coppers or silvers, but it was enough people who were like, I really fucking needed that, who are showing some appreciation for it, that it adds up.
Oh.
These people really, really needed a bit of cheer, and you brought it to them, so. And with a roll like that. So, there you go then. As your song sort of starts to wind down and the crowd's sort of oh, you were saying something? Oh shit. My watch together room crapped out.
Kind of like Minnove will look at Kari and Boron, and she's gonna look at Kari again, and she's gonna smile a big grin and be like,
right, pause, please. Everyone, my internet has died. I can't hear anything. Everything's crapped out.
yeah.
Oh, no.
Oh no. Oh no.
Yeah, I'm trying to refresh
All right,
my
everyone,
watch together room and give it a
This is
minute.
where we all take control.
No. Okay, where the fuck
Haven't you noticed who's missing? Don't you know that Skij is not around?
I'm right here,
I heard
motherfuckers.
that he's having
Wow. That's a problem. I exited the call, but it says I'm still in there. Hello?
Hello.
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 We can hear you.
Cool. I
We were
exited the
able to
call,
hear you
and it
before.
didn't seem to think that I had left.
Oh.
Discord.
Whatever
It's
did you do?
something.
All right,
the only
what is the last thing you all heard from me?
everything.
Everything. We heard you all the entire time.
Yeah.
Oh, cool. I couldn't hear shit from any of you. All right, so
you heard.
What's the last thing? Yeah, what's the last thing you heard?
the last thing I heard was some robotic-y, staticky noise. I got the impression Minnove was trying to say something to Kari. I was gonna do
Okay,
something,
so-
but it wasn't really working. So do your thing.
So once the encore of Minnove's lullaby kind of starts to die down, and once Boron kind of finishes his round of collecting the coins in the helmet, Minnove's gonna turn to Kari and kind of smile, kind of like almost like a nice grin. See, busking's not so bad. You enjoyed it a little bit.
Busking.
Look at the crowd. This is what it's like.
They're disbusking.
Oh my god, Kari.
It wasn't so bad. I mean, I thought you'd make like 3 or 4 gold pieces, and this is whoa, a
See,
lot.
Don't forget, you
kind of
are
like-
in the capital, so people here generally are more loaded even in the lower districts.
You know what? I guess we are. Good thing we agreed on the split. 30-70, like we agreed.
Mm-hmm.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Keep an eye on that, Boron.
Yeah, I will.
Oh my goodness! I can't believe you're stereotyping me as a thief.
You literally just said 30-70.
Yes.
When it was clearly like a 50-50-50. 50-50-50.
You definitely did not go to school.
I won't take anything from you. You guys heard that. I just went around.
Well, I would like to give my part, my half, and share it with everybody in our group, because we all need a little bit of something. Plus, I heard that Ludviek and Tuki went on a big shopping spree, and it seemed to burn some holes in some pockets.
Maybe they should.
As you are sort of having this conversation, Minnove, your eyes sort of briefly pass away from Kari and Boron, and you spot sort of approaching your group from the crowd as it's starting to disperse. Looks like their parent hanging not far behind. You see just a little human girl, maybe like 8 or 9 years old, sort of coming up to you, and she has like a little yellow flower sort of held in her hands. And she kind of comes up to you two and just kind of holds the flower out. That was really pretty.
Aw. You look very pretty. Thank you.
She kind of blushes a little bit. You take the flower?
Yeah, Minnove will take the flower, and she sniffs it, and she's like, and you know, I have a good nose, and this is a good smelling flower. Thank you.
Girl sort of bows her head and then turns and scampers off back to her parent. The mother gives you sort of a little nod that almost seems apologetic in a way, like, and you've kind of gotten this look before. You would have experienced it before. Kobold, bard, red scale. There's a good chance you've met people on your travels who have been immediately suspicious of you, and then you proved them wrong. Seems like this woman is sort of offering you that sort of apologetic, I had a bad expectation and you proved I was mistaken kind of look before she walks off with her child.
Minnove kind of like flashes a little smile and a wave as they walk away. See? That's what it's at. You don't get this in the high city pot and whatever way you play music. Did you play music in concerts? Have you never really busked before, Kari?
Have I ever sat on a street corner and played my guitar?
Yeah.
No. I
So
go into the local tavern and play like any self-respecting musician would. What do you mean you just sit in the mud and go blue, 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 blue?
I have you know, I've sat in the mud for
I-
quite a few years.
Yes. That's what you did instead of going to school.
And this way, you actually get to connect to everyone. Not everyone goes to the tavern. Little children don't go to the tavern. That little girl. she
This
would
is
never
medieval
see that.
times. There's 8-year-olds getting rum.
I don't know what children you're looking at, but
Don't say that like that ever again.
Okay. So,
anyways.
all right. So, with that,
I don't know, why am I so sassy tonight? What?
because that's how Kari is. He sasses everyone with
like-
no mercy.
I mean, this is like oops, all sass.
Well, either way. So, with all of
you
that,
didn't just give Minnove some money and say, you do need this, you need to get an education.
No, we didn't get there yet.
anyway.
Get there yet.
So, with that, I think that's a good spot for that particular sequence to close out, methinks.
Yeah.
It's just Kari grumping at Minnove. But either way, so if your plan is to divide your winnings among the whole group, that was 42 gold in total, divided by 5, one for each party member. That comes out to 8.4. So, everyone.
Excuse you.
That was Minnove's plan, at least.
I said I
Minnove said she would split her half with the party.
Okay, right, my mistake. Okay, so Minnove splitting with the rest of the party would be everyone would get 4, and then Kari would keep his 21. Okay.
Hooray.
All right.
So everyone gets 4, and Kari gets to be an asshole.
Gets to be greedy.
Who would have
Don't
guessed?
judge me for using my money that I earned how I want to.
I mean, to be fair, he does spoil us when it comes to it.
That is true.
Mm-hmm.
So.
That's it. Boron's replacing you next spot, eh?
All right, so technically that was Minnove's turn, but Kari was a part of it as much as Minnove was. Does Kari have anything outside of that he wishes to do over the course of this downtime? Or is he happy to just kind of lounge?
Lounge because Minnove kind of stole the thing that I was planning on doing with Kari, except it was going to be in a tavern, and that just get repetitive. So
Fair enough. All right. So then, with that in mind, then, that just leaves Ludviek, who already kind of did his thing because he lumped it in with Tuki's.
I could think of one small quick thing, which involves Boron, if he's interested.
All right.
Okay.
So probably, let's say, the day before whatever next thing happens, Ludviek comes to Boron as he's probably still working on the card itself, making it more beautimous. He says, Boron, you've been working on this card this entire time.
Yeah, I'm putting on some upholstery on here so the ride gets a little smoother.
Well, would you say you have very much long experience with riding horses?
Not really.
Not really.
Been driving carts.
Driving carts, but not actually riding on the horses themselves. Okay.
Not really.
Ludviek takes a look to see just how sturdy the cart is. Basically says, well, there's something I've been meaning to try. And it would also help for Butterscotch herself to get out of stable. I was thinking, could you meet me on the outskirts? Would you be willing to do a bit of cart riding, maybe on the outskirts, say in half hour or so? Hour, maybe?
Sure.
All right. What was this?
Almost
All
done
right.
here.
Well then, you bring her in the cart to the what probably is the flattest area if looking at this thing? Probably the north or probably the north side.
Yeah,
Right.
the north side.
Actually, can we get out of the city right now?
Oh right, damn. Completely forgot about that.
You were able to get in. You can get out. You have your Halkus estate crests. They might ask questions, but you should be able to get out. And like if you head down to the harbor and like down onto the beach, that would probably also work.
Then we'll do the beach then. That would be better. Yes. Well, wait, would the cart even survive the beach? Yeah, it would. It probably would. Probably.
Maybe.
Yes.
Feasibly.
Let's
Plus,
see
on the plus side, this is a good time to stress test carts. After all, we may get into bumpy ride.
Okay, sounds fair.
Alright. So, Ludwig then meets them down there, and... Okay, so probably he'd be there ahead, and what Ludwig is going to do... Yes, because this is a new day. We'll get rid of that one. Okay. Alright. So, Boron, we need to put this cart of yours to stress test, just in case we need to get moving on to whatnot. Perhaps we have to run for something, or run to something. So, I think the best way to do that would to, if you had butterscotch, do a bit of a race. But of course, you need someone to race against, correct, right?
Yeah.
Alright, give me 10 minutes here. And Ludwig is going to cast Find Steed.
Huh. Right.
Which allows me to summon a spirit that can be a form of any form of mounted creature. And
Right. Gonna have to slow you there for a minute.
Oh yeah.
Oh no.
You gotta remember, pale ring setting. Magic is a bit more grounded here. There are no
Right.
summoning spells. I'm sorry.
I can. Oh fuck. Okay, we might just have to rewind this entire thing because I was trying to be fucking clever. Damn.
I mean, it's a
How dare
cool idea. It's a cool idea. I don't want to harp on you too much. I already have an
Oh, no.
alternative in mind. Find Steed as a spell won't work here. What you could do instead is simply rent a horse.
All right. Yeah. All right. We'll do that. Still gotta put the cart through its spaces.
Yeah.
All right. Then.
All right,
So, how much for renting? I assume like a couple silver, 5 silver, or something.
Well, how expensive is a horse usually? I don't remember.
Well, to buy, depends on the type. If it's like
Yeah.
a war horse, 200 gold.
Yeah.
If it's a riding, I think it's like 60 or 50 or something.
Yeah, we'll say that to rent a horse for an afternoon, like with the expectation it'll be back before sundown. We'll say like a gold piece.
All right. Yeah, I'll throw that out. Yeah. Mostly this is because we might have to have cart combat, and I want to be sure that cart is good.
Fair enough.
But also, I wanted to show off the spell. But okay,
It's,
I'll
a,
delete
cool,
that
it's a
spell.
cool spell. It's a cool spell. It doesn't play nice with the setting, unfortunately. We might retool it at some point as a I have a horse that I am bonded with and I can call him to me thing, but not at the moment because you haven't done that with a horse yet.
Okay, no, I just wanted
The
to do
Witcher whistle.
Yeah, kind of a Witcher whistle thing.
Butterscotch,
But,
how did you get on the roof?
Translated, I don't know. Why'd you blow the whistle with your back to it? I don't choose where I spawn. I have to be off camera.
All right. So yeah, the goal here is to test that good old craftsmanship of Boron's and mostly get a taste for mounted combat. Might be something I have Ludviek do in the future. Who knows?
All right, well then. Butterscotch pulling along a wagon and Ludviek riding a horse who does not have one. I guess this would just be opposed rolls from these horses.
Yeah.
Like
Well,
just
mostly it's just
like opposed dexterity rolls, I guess. What type of horse is Butterscotch? Give me a moment here. Let me check.
It's
I thought she was a draft, right?
I
draft
can open
horse,
her.
yeah.
Yes, she is a draft horse.
All right, this is just another draft horse that I got then.
All right. Then the 50-50 shot. Go ahead and give me opposed dex checks, both of you. It'll just be a flat 1d20 because draft horses don't have any bonuses to their dex.
All right. I do not think I'm beating that.
You might.
Nope.
You don't. All right, so even hooked up to a wagon, Butterscotch does remarkably well, keeping pace with Ludvik's unburdened mount for a while as he goes sprinting down the shoreline, and then pulling ahead as the fiery spirit of your horse sort of rears its head, and she's just like, I get to be in the front of the pack, goddammit! I don't care if I'm pulling along a big-ass wooden box. And the wagon maintains it's sturdy, it's solid, it's well made, and Boron has had the time and the focus to concentrate on making it good and solid and workable. So it holds together very, very well. He hasn't put the tarp over it to cover it yet, but like the actual like coverings and whatnot and the upholstery, whatever you called it, to make the ride smoother, those are all working just fine. The cart does beautifully. I'd say after about 5 minutes, the run comes to an end with a very clear winner in Butterscotch, even pulling along this wagon.
Okay, that was pretty exciting.
You kind of startle a small cluster of seagulls from some nearby rocks, and they go flying away.
Well. Butterscotch has some hidden fire within her, it seems.
Okay. I have to agree.
Well,
you could like tell her I'm not very fluent in horse.
Sure,
You
of
seem
course.
to be.
Of course, to which then, bada boop. All right, still gonna cast some spells today. All right, Ludviek is gonna pass on Boron's words of encouragement and also congratulations, and
All
he's gonna say, he's like, oh, are you sure you're not a war horse, Butterscotch?
Butterscotch kind of lets out like a little snort, shakes her head a little bit, holds her head up high, and you get the communication back sort of along this empathic link you sort of form that she is very pleased and like, yeah, I know it, by the compliments in regards to, are you sure you're not a war horse? The sort of communicated feeling back from that sort of a praising question is one of, if there were to be a reply, you imagine it would be something to the effect of, I don't know, but I bet I could be. This mare has some spunk and some confidence, and it shows.
Oh no, we've got a rainbow dash on our hands.
I mean, she's called Butterscotch. I was basing her off of Applejack.
I know, but she's got the ego.
Applejack's got an ego too when it comes to her physical prowess.
But cool. All right, excellent. So now the things to figure
About
out later,
20% cooler, yeah.
No, damn it! The obvious joke, and I missed it.
We're the only ones here who get it, except maybe. Well, actually, no. Everyone else here gets it, except for like Sepia and Mick.
And to those of you in the audience who hear that, we love you too.
All right. Proceed.
Well, Boron, I'd say most assuredly, your work is nothing but top-notch.
Okay. I'm kind of proud of it.
Let's just hope we do not have to hide behind it for cover of arrows as we flee away from something.
Some armory. Maybe. I'll think about it.
Right. Well then. So I imagine with that you'll return to the estate?
Yes.
All right. So, making your way back through the city streets, it's getting on in the evening at this point, and I'm saying that like this is the day after the impromptu performance that Minnove and Kari put on. You make it back to the Halkus estate easy enough, but you do find, to your surprise, you see a couple. You see a handful of horses out front that hadn't been there when you left.
Oh.
Uh-oh.
Did we do that?
So we're going to shift perspectives back to the inside of the estate. While Ludviek and Boron are gone, the rest of you, I assume, are just kind of relaxing, rewinding time a little bit, as there is eventually a loud knocking on the front door. Tora goes to answer it, and anyone who's nearby, you'll hear his voice sort of, "Oh, goodness, my Commander Ballora. Is Lord Halkasen? Yes, he is. He's in his study. Take me to him." Of course. So, and this is followed by very audibly heavily armored footsteps, sort of clumping along the floor. Of the three of you who are still in the building, I assume you're all close enough to hear this. Does anyone wish to do anything?
The three of us being Kari, Tuki, and myself, right?
Yes.
No.
All right.
Not right now.
All right. Okay.
Tuki would probably go to eavesdrop once they've gone to whatever room they're going to.
Minnove will also kind of follow the...
All right.
Very curious by the clunking, mostly because at this point in the timeline, she's finding something interesting to do.
All right. If you two are both trying to subtly follow the heavy footsteps, make for me stealth checks if you would be so kind.
Can I give guidance to myself?
Sure. I'll allow it.
Because I think Tuki's got this.
Tuki's got it. That's a natural 20. That's for a total of 27.
Okay.
Good on you, mate.
I'm gonna do it too, just to participate.
All right.
Minnove matches.
Yep, Tuki and Minnove are just in sync, and Kari is just not being noticed. He's like, nope, I'm going to stay in this chair. I'm going to stay in this chair and read this classy romance novel, which is definitely not secretly smart. I don't know.
Classy Argonian maid.
It's openly smut.
It's openly smut on the cover, but when you actually get into it, it's actually extremely thoughtful, wholesome, and very emotionally gripping.
Oh.
Anyway.
Oh my god, she loved him. Sorry.
Tusk love. Anyway. So, we can't claim that. We're not Critical Role.
Nope.
All right, so, following along, sort of, if you, like, with those 27s, I'll let you have visual. You're able to sort of at one point peek around a corner to get eyes on whoever these new arrivals are. And you see Tora is leading towards Godfrey's office. You see three individuals, two of which are dressed in the standard attire of the Valrivi Mage Knights that you've seen before. You know, the sort of pointed metal helmets, the blue sort of attire draped over their chainmail, the sort of needle-like swords at their sides. But in the front, you see a woman who is dressed in similar but far more sort of heavy-looking armor of a similar sort, and instead of a needle-thin long sword belted at her hip, you see a rune-encrusted greatsword with its ringstone embedded in the crossguard slung over her back. She has no helmet, unlike the people next to her, or rather, she has it tucked under her arm, allowing this sort of a dark red hair that sort of goes down to the nape of her neck to sort of be visible. And you'll recall, particularly you, Tuki, Krav in memory, that you heard Tora refer to her as Knight Commander Ballora. Following at their tail, they eventually step into Godfrey's office, and your intent is to eavesdrop?
Uh-huh.
All right, perception checks from both of you, please. Won't be terribly hard. All right, 17 from Minnove. 20 from Tuki. All right. So, pressing your ears to the door, you hear the voices are low on the other side, but you can make out what they're saying well enough. My Commander Ballora, I wasn't expecting you. Few people do. Spare me the wine. I'm not going to be here long. Of course, ma'am. What can I do for you? You hear the sort of ruffling of parchment sliding across wood. Over the last few weeks, have you come across anyone who matches this description? few seconds pass in silence. No, I cannot say that I have. Well, send word to your contacts, wherever they might be, to keep an eye out for an individual like this, or anyone who might have similar features. I imagine I don't have to ask what this is about. You're not supposed to. Of course. Silly me. I'll let my contacts know if anyone hears anything or sees anything. You'll be the first to know. Good. Is there anything else I can help you with, Knight Commander? No, not at this time. All right. And you hear some more heavy clunks, and I imagine you'll quickly scamper back as you realize that door's about to open.
Yes.
All right. If both of you could really quickly just make for me dex saves, just to see if you can get out of sight quickly enough.
Dex save.
So many rolls, oh please.
15. 14. All right. You both make it.
That's like accounting. That's like 13, 14.
All right, so you both manage to make it around a bend just as the door pops open, and you hear the brisk footfalls of Ballora marching down the corridor. She sort of passes by where you two are, having just sort of come around the bend and sort of turned around to look in that sort of general direction, not having quite enough time to duck back out of sight. Ballora's eyes sort of shift to one side to look at you two as she's passing, pauses for just a moment, and then just keeps going.
Well, that was interesting.
Gottfried and Tora sort of come around the corner a second later, sort of looking after Ballora. Tora is the first one to notice you. What are you two doing there? You weren't eavesdropping, were you?
No. We were, Tuki was helping me figure out what kind of clothing goes best with the drapes. Seeing if I could properly match the room or not. What do you think, Tora? Blue or red? And she will do minor illusion, just changing the color of her like cloth on her
Make a
body.
deception check.
This is a terrible lie, but please let it work.
So it seems like you get the impression from the deadpan looks both Tora and Gottfried are giving you that they do not buy it, but they don't seem to be pressing it at the moment either. Tora just kind of... Most of the carpeting in this house is red, so if you want to match, you can either go red or blue. Red to match, blue to contrast.
Oh. So then she just like turns off her minor illusion. There we go. I'm contrasting already. I might as well just be blue though, because I'm red. So then I blend. So then you want me to pop out so I'm not hidden. This is what I need to work with, Tuki. Come along. And she'll take Tuki's hand and
Does Tuki resist, or is she just going with it?
I think she'll allow herself to be dragged away, but to just be fun, she'll probably be like, "But I already told you, black goes with everything."
Craven would say that. I just.
She just started love.
All right, so cutting back outside, it is at around this time that Boron and Ludviek are returning, just in time to see, the woman in question and her little escort step out of the front door. She gives you two a glance as she's making for her horse. Doesn't break stride, doesn't stop to say anything. She's just going.
Okay.
Do
no
either of
reason
you
to-
want to say anything, or are you just getting out of her way? Because she looks big and important.
No, I'm getting out of the way, but I'm taking a look after her and seeing the ring stone on that greatsword. I whistle appreciatively.
Hopefully she
Whoa.
knows it's a. Hopefully she knows it's the sword.
Well, after she's out of listening distance.
Okay. Whew.
That's a mighty nice greatsword.
Aye. With the ringstone in the actual weapon itself. Ludviek looks down at his hammer. Thoughts for the future.
Mhm.
And you, like, as a native of Valrive who's been around for as long as you have, Boron, you would know exactly who that woman was.
Okay.
So that
Then,
was...
No, that's the Knight Commander, I believe.
Yeah, specifically, she is the Knight Commander of the Mage Knights, which also means that she was effectively the personal bodyguard and right hand to the Archcadam in matters of military and security.
Whoa. Okay.
So, big deal of a woman, that.
Yeah, and she probably got a little bit of well, she probably got slapped around for things that happened recently. She's probably not in the very best of moods.
She definitely had a very grim countenance on her face for the few seconds you could see it clearly before she rode off with her entourage.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So then, proceed as you will.
Oh, we'll head inside, I think, and arguing about the effectiveness of great swords and things like that.
All right.
It's obvious what side Ludviek is on, of course.
Of course.
Yes.
Right, well, does the rest of the party have any interactions with each other they wish to have in light of this, or anyone they wish to speak to, anything they wish to do?
Actually, I'm gonna head up to our hosts and well, ask them what the Knight Commander was doing here.
All right, Boron. So you make your way sort of to poke your nose around for a little bit, ask a couple questions. It doesn't take you long to eventually locate Godfrey, Tora, and Donald in one of the sort of lounge rooms, with Godfrey looking somewhat stressed, Donald looking thoughtful, and Tora pacing relentlessly back and forth with a walking stick.
Oh.
As you step in, Godfrey lifts his eyes to you. Ah, Boron. I take it you saw our guest leaving, didn't you?
Yeah. What's the Knight Commander doing here?
She had some questions.
All right.
Not really sure there's much more I can say on the matter. I unfortunately had no answers to give. She didn't stay long, only a couple minutes, and then she was gone.
Anything like we could help?
Best to stay out of that woman's way. No, this
Wait,
is
she usually.
What was that? I don't know, my connection's crapping out again.
Nothing. I said she wasn't like looking the happy and content way she usually looks.
If one
Not.
could call her a stern glare happy and content. No, but she's never been this curt with me before. We haven't talked much, mind you, but enough times to, at the very least, for me to have an idea of what she's like.
I see.
Tora kind of speaks up. She was close friends with the Archcadam, you know. If the stories are true, the two grew up together.
Okay.
At one point, early on in the Archcadam's reign, actually. So the story goes, he tried to promote her to her current station, but she refused to accept it then on the ground she hadn't earned it yet. She wanted the ascension to come from someone who was impartial. She still achieved that promotion in record time, though. Youngest woman to ever serve in that role. I can only...
impressive.
Yeah, no kidding. I can only imagine what she must be going through right now.
Oh, anyway. The car is coming along pretty well. So, I figure I might get it done by tomorrow.
Good. I haven't received any new opportunities for work for you and yours, or anything else that might give me a cause to point you in a direction and send you on your way. So, but it's good to know you're ready to move if and when a reason to do so should raise its head.
Yeah, we might be looking for some extra work if nothing shows up.
Well, you can see Godfrey's face sort of a twist for a moment, like he's thinking hard about something, and then sort of sighs and shrugs. You just take care of yourselves, whatever happens next, all right?
Absolutely.
Right. Well, I have a lot of letters I need to write now. Godfrey sort of stands up and goes to take his leave from the lounge. Looks back at Tora. If you could give me a hand. Of course. And Tora follows him out, leaving just you and Donald. Well, things just keep getting more interesting, don't they?
I have absolutely no idea what's going on, but yeah.
Right. Donald sort of pats you on the shoulder and steps out of the lounge.
Heading back to see my friends.
All right. Easy enough, I can say. Whoever wishes to congregate in another one of the lounges that you sort of claimed as your group's haunt, you're welcome to do so.
Minnove will definitely be there.
Does it look alright? I mean, I've tried to tuck it, but I think it was made for a human.
I mean, I think it looks good. Fits you quite well, decently, considering. Do a twirl. Do a spin. I think we can adjust some modifications to it. Make it a little bit more safer and less likely to catch on something, just in the chance that you get caught on a shooting javelin or something of the sort.
It doesn't help that I'm smaller than Ludviek. as well. So.
Don't worry, Tuki. Look at me, and she'll like show her clothes off. These are all modified to be as form-fitting as I can possibly make them.
She says as
And
she
a
looks
loop.
like a plastic trash bag drifting down the street.
And
With how
loose, so that I have like a breeze, because or else it's all tight and it's all rubbing against my scales, and then it's a little bit uncomfortable. And
You tailored that yourself? Looks quite comfortable.
it quite is. I learned it all myself. And I could try and help you with what I know. I'm definitely no professional. You could see the fraying and the stitch work, and it's decent at best. But if you were to actually take this to a tailor, they might scream at me.
So it's at about this time that Boron is stepping in. Is Ludviek with these two?
I think Ludviek did go. Yeah. He's just been reveling in the whole conversation here of clothing.
Right.
He's no seamster or artisan of the cloth himself, but he does find the talk interesting.
Oh,
Right.
Boron. How's
Hi.
the call coming along?
Pretty well. Almost done.
This,
The upholstery is in place, and just need to get the tarp over.
do they have any more work for us?
It doesn't seem like that. So, I know a couple of places that might have some work that we could do in relatively short time, but I'm not sure how this is paid, really. Been out of the loop for quite a while.
I'm just every day is running out of places to explore.
All right. Then we should try and get something soonish. That'll take us out of the city for a while.
Yeah, I mean, you don't have to adjust everything for me.
Yeah, we should.
Even then, it's not entirely for you. We also do need we need Kari, who has somehow disappeared.
Don't worry
Yeah.
about
Okay.
it.
So we've lost Kari for the night. As a heads up to everyone.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. He's had to go to bed. So Impulsive specific had to go to bed. Kari's out for the night, so we won't be seeing any more of him.
All right,
We're
drank too
winding
much.
down. I
it.
got one more thing to do, sort of after this sequence, and so.
I have a little thing I want to do too. It won't be. It's not a big thing either.
Okay,
So,
we'll do that first.
It's also
depending
like
on the timing.
downtime kind of thing. Yeah.
Right.
Anyway, as Ludviek was saying, it's not just for you. It's also because we need to keep our skills sharp. Need to keep on practice. The more you do, the better you get. And there is quite many things we could do to stretch our own muscles. Besides, some good paying work would be good. Who knows, maybe someone needs a monster slain, a lost person found. Just as long as we don't have to trade a bunch of objects for a bunch of other objects. I can't stand that.
Well, I'm gonna. What time is it right now?
I'd say it's like getting on towards sunset at this point. It's evening.
Well, I have big plans tomorrow. Ugh. And from the looks of it, Kari here has passed out reading his book. Best just put a blanket on him and let him rest. Ugh. But I have big plans. I plan on sleeping well, adjusting good, getting well rested for tomorrow morning, because it's going to be such a great day. Huzzah.
What do you have planned?
This is like pre-timeline of like the parade, right?
Read?
No, this is
Or
after
is it
the
after?
parade.
Post?
This is after.
Okay.
The parade's already happened.
No worries, all good. I just wasn't sure if this was still before or not.
At no point did we rewind to before the parade.
Oh, I thought we did. Never mind.
No.
All good. Well, either way.
Stretch anymore, you're gonna snap like a rubber band.
I mean, like, I need to like ring out my scales in a little bit there and everything. Either way, I plan on going back into the town and playing some more. Speaking of making some money, maybe busking again. I don't see it being as impactful as it was last time. Maybe just like a little like, and she like kind of like picks away. And I'll let Kari sleep. He can sleep in.
Busking.
I know.
He's sleep talking. Let me just tuck him in real quick.
And that way we could hopefully make some more cash coin. I know the full gold that I gave everyone was not too exciting, but
It's pretty exciting for me.
but with that, I think I'm gonna head to my quarters, get ready, and she's gonna grab her instrument, and I'm gonna tune and practice a little bit.
All right. So, Minnove, you head back to your room, get comfortable, sort of sitting cross-legged on the bed, and start sort of just adjusting your instrument, playing out a few practice strums as you start winding down. The sun sets, leaving just the ring light to shine down on the city. Is there anything else the rest of you wish to do or discuss?
Not really.
Not that I can think of.
All right. Well then.
And Minnove specifically practices her lullaby, trying to make sure that it still sounds good.
Of course.
I think since this is like the third night we've stayed in this place,
Indeed.
Tuki's having a harder time falling asleep, and so she's wandering the halls.
All right. So.
Could I roll perception on that, if possible?
I'm not sure how you'd notice. Tuki's room is like next to yours. The main thing you might notice is Tuki like not like the door not like you two share a room, don't you?
I think we did.
Yeah.
Oh, I think we did. Okay.
Okay, so yeah, you'd eventually notice that
yeah.
Tuki just doesn't come back necessarily.
Minnove's gonna peek her head out. Tuki? Tuki? She's gonna sniff the air a little bit, seeing if she can like smell her in the vicinity.
I'd say you could easily enough track Tuki down if that's what you want to do.
Yeah. If
Alright.
you allow me to track Tuki down, I'll track Tuki down.
It's up to Sepia, I guess.
I mean, she's not leaving the building, so probably wouldn't be that hard to find her.
Rocket. So Minnove will look for Tuki.
All right, easy enough.
Hey,
Hello.
can't sleep? Well, asleep
Things
as
got-
well as you can.
I just have trouble. It's
Yeah.
worse the longer we stay in one place.
Yeah, I got that feeling. Last nights you've been pacing and making some noises in the stirring, I guess. Not that it's bothered me at all. I understand the situation as best as I can.
I mean, it's alright if it does. I can take a different room.
No. I appreciate being able to, it's like, it's almost like you know someone's there. Does that make sense?
It's
And
a wonderful feeling that I missed before meeting you all.
it's a feeling I, to be honest, haven't felt in a long time either, so it's nice. Now, she's gonna sit down next to Tuki. For when you dream or sleep or whatever, is there anything that helps or get you off your mind? Because though I love to hear you, it does concern me.
If I'd have figured something out by now, I would have put it into practice. I'm sorry.
Did something used to work when you were younger?
No. I just didn't used to have it. And just thought I was curious and interested in exploring when I became a teenager, and just got worse every day till I couldn't even stand to go home.
Minnove's gonna... Oh, you continue.
Didn't help that being a Crothin, I tried to tell myself that my parents cared and they were just understanding that there was nothing they could do, but I had to leave and they just accepted it.
Are you resentful that they didn't try harder?
No. I would have. If they had tried harder to keep me there, I think it just would have hurt me more to be there and hurt more to leave.
Minnove's gonna kind of lean back and look out the window to the ring. You know what? When I was younger, I had nightmares, or I couldn't sleep. My mother used to sing these songs to me, tell me these stories, and some of them I don't know if they were real or if they were fantasy. And I don't know, there was always something comforting about it. And I know it's nothing compared to you, but I want to help you, Tuki. Genuinely. I might not understand it like Kari does, or I might not fully grasp what the yearning fully does, but I know it hurts you. And I care about you, Tuki. And I want you to feel safe as well as feel warm. I don't. I'm rambling at this point. I just noticed you've been antsy these last couple of days, both with the tensions high and fortunately us staying low.
Pretty bad mix for me. I'm just used
bad
to
mix.
being.
No, you continue. I'm just gonna add to what you were just saying. Of pretty bad.
You know, just I feel like you would at least understand fairly well that when people need someone to blame, there's you tend to be pointed at more than others, right?
Yeah. But you know what I love? My genuine, the best feeling in the world.
What's that?
Being able to prove them wrong.
I try.
You do.
I'm not usually around long enough to prove it one way or another.
I mean, I'd say you've proven it in every way. Hell, Percy wouldn't be here if you were just some stereotype.
I am a stereotype, Minnove.
No. You are someone that had a situation, that had to grow up in a world that didn't accept you. You sit there believing you're the bad guy, and eventually you'll become the bad guy. I genuinely don't believe anyone is actually bad. Even Jaka.
I don't think I'm bad.
Good. I'm glad you don't think you're bad, because you are fantastic.
I've kept you up long enough.
I was gonna be up all night anyways. Come, do you want me to show you something that I tend to do whenever I need help with sleep or comfort or anything of the sort?
Sure, of course.
Take me to your favorite room in the estate.
I'm not sure we're allowed up there. That okay?
Oh, if we're not allowed up there, perfect.
Rule breakers. Go for it.
Do they have a terrace or something
You
on
like
an
a
upper
roof?
level? Or the roof, yeah.
I mean, yeah, I'd say so.
I'll just say that Tuki has managed to find a ladder to the attic that she climbs out a window to sit out on the roof.
Alright. It's a fairly flat roof. There's like an actual rail up top. Like sometimes people will actually be up here. No one at the moment.
Once they're out in the full openness of the world, Minnove will look up at the ring and just kind of follow her head around the circumference, so kind of move her head down to where
Just-
it meets the horizon.
So you sort of follow it north to south or south to north.
Yeah.
It's polar
Yeah.
orbit.
You know, this is really pretty. I can understand why you sleep up on the roof all the time.
I like the height.
Good air up here. Good air.
Comfortable and just enough to actually pay attention to what's around.
Well, and Minnove will take a seat. And Minnove this entire time, once Tuki had taken her up to the roof, had picked up her sitar in their room before climbing up.
Okay.
And she'll sit here and she'll be like, "Ugh, okay. So, this is something my mother used to play for me when I was a child. And she used to sing with it too, but I unfortunately don't remember the lyrics. They're in Draconic anyway, so it won't even matter."
Well, I will listen for some so that I can sing it back to you if I ever find it.
If you find it, let me know, cause yeah. And Minnove will start to kind of like play her little lullaby.
All right. This is all super sweet, by the way. I hope you two know that.
I figured this would happen. This is exactly what I want to happen.
All the pieces are falling together. Well, I mean, you've heard the lullaby at least once before, Tuki, but you were accompaniment before. Now the song's basically being played for you. And how do you respond?
I think she would mostly be listening while staring up at the ring and the stars. Every once in a while, just kind of like wiping a tear from an eye. It's a beautiful song.
Well, it's not supposed to make you cry.
It's not a bad feeling.
It really is. It's one of the few things I have.
It makes me cry because it makes me feel hope.
I'm glad. And I hope to spread it to everywhere I can.
Well, if you're really going to accommodate me, you'll be going pretty far.
Perfect. I've been in Valrive for like 20 years.
What is it now, like 2 months?
Let's
So
see
yeah,
here.
like
Kanala's rest, to give you exact numbers, Kanala's rest was on the fucking, what is it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Kanala's rest was on the 5th day of the 11th week of the previous season, which means it has been about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's been about 5 weeks and some change since Kanala's rest.
And then however long before in Ironir.
Yeah, so round up to about like maybe 7 weeks.
Not even 2 months.
what are your thoughts on it so far?
I like it here. Far
It's
better
nice.
than Barbara. As long as I don't ever end up facing south again, I think I'll be happy.
Well, I'm glad. It's a nice country. Governed well, I'd say. Reasonably. So. Politics.
Kind of
I would
wiggle your
say
head.
I would say the first two places were mismanaged.
I'd say so. And I don't know. I don't want to take it too much more. Because I know you wanted to do something there, Skidge.
No, please, by all means. I can wait.
So, and I don't even know how to continue it. To be
Well,
honest.
fair enough. I guess at that point, the two of you could just lapse into a comfortable silence as Minnove keeps playing her little lullaby. For purposes, Tuki, would Tuki allow herself to eventually be lulled into sleep there?
I think it would probably be easier than the night before. Yeah.
All right.
Because when in doubt, I have a backup weapon.
You do have the sleep spell as the emergency resort. Like, she doesn't want to become dependent on that, so I won't use it unless she asks. But it's
I only
there in my
use it
back
when
pocket
she
if we need it.
Yes. I only use it when she consents. Only use a sleep spell with consent.
Exactly. Well then, so eventually, Minnove, you open your mouth to say something as you look towards Tuki, only to realize that she's kind of rolled onto her side and just kind of passed out, essentially just fallen asleep right there, tucking hands under her head as a sort of a makeshift pillow.
Minnove will take off her robe thing and just kind of use it as a blanket.
Oh.
And then sneak back downstairs because she's fucking freezing up here.
Fair. Your scales protect you against the heat, not the cold.
And she will go into their room and curl up back into bed once she's certain that Tuki has fallen asleep.
All right. So, you get comfortable under the blankets. Close your eyes, do your best to relax. Silence sort of settles over you, but the sort of phantom remembered notes of the lullaby you played sort of drift through your mind. And then, gradually, as you start to drift away into sleep, a different sound replaces them. It sounds like gently rippling water and a distant, faint, airy breeze. Tree leaves sort of rustling in your ears. And eventually the sounds become clear enough and sharp enough that you find yourself opening your eyes, startled awake, and you are not in your room in the Halkus estate anymore. You're somewhere you haven't seen in over 10 years. You look around and find yourself in a familiar, distantly so, wetland. Towering trees sort of rise around you on all sides. Very different from the evergreen redwoods that dominate the forest. You see these are more like willow trees. Their branches adorned not just with the dangling leaves, but brightly glowing flowers as well. The ground at your feet is thick with water rising up to just above the tops of your toenails. And in the distance, you can hear distant animal calls and cries. You can see multicolored dragonflies flitting past you. Up above, the sky is perfectly clear. allowing you to see the pale ring, seemingly much larger in the night sky than usual, looming over you. And a thin mist lingers. What do you wish to do?
Minnove's gonna quickly kind of look around, as she does, to gather her senses and gather where she is and take in all the willow trees and the mist and just the area that she's in. She's gonna quickly kind of maybe pinch herself to make sure that she give herself a little quick pinch.
You pinch yourself and you feel things around you wobble for a second before it almost forces itself back into solidity.
I see. Okay. Minove's gonna walk around, kind of, and start. Hello? Hello?
As you call out, your words echo back to you from the distance, faint and almost whisper-like, but coming from a single direction, deeper into the thinly coiling mist and the dancing insects.
She follows the dancing insects.
All right. The colored dragonflies and various butterflies scatter out of your way as the trees almost seem to rearrange themselves in the shallows as you walk, arranging to form a corridor almost. And eventually, as you walk following this narrow path, the mists start to part, and you are greeted to a sort of open glade of shallow water, resplendently silver as ring light shines down upon it, a small hump of land covered in beautiful green grass rising up out of the middle. A single towering tree, larger than the others, rises from its middle. Another willow tree, its dangling leaves glowing silver like ringstones and gently humming like wind chimes as a breeze passes through them. And coiled there beneath the boughs, looking back at you expectantly, you see the almost indiscernible silhouette made of mist of a dragon.
Minnow's taken the massive kind of feeling of it, of them. Hello again.
Hello, little Minnove.
Hi. So, what's up? What's hanging?
Such a casual tone. You are truly unfazed, aren't you?
Well, if you want my honest opinion, it's kind of freaking me the... Can I say fuck?
You may.
Kind of freaking me the fuck out, but... not the first time, the second. So... Not terrifying like it was last time. At least that's how I'm discerned. And anyways, yes. Hello.
It is good to see you still hale and whole, little Minnove.
I try to be. I try to take your advice and do it, and so far it's gotten me some. We're good. I traveled a bit. It was pretty fun. And right now I'm with a group of people that I really enjoy their company. It's been a long time. So, it helped. It really did.
Indeed. Your feet have carried you far, and you've met many so far. Her eyes sort of wander to the side, and you see some of the drifting mist coalesce and start to constitute into various forms of people you've met on since you set off from Antarine. Some who have appeared in these recollections, and some who have not. Among them, you of course see your new friends, your traveling companions, sort of giving you smiles as they walk past. It's like a crowd in a busy thoroughfare walking back and forth in front of you, but all faces you remember and have played for.
Yeah.
Most notably, Tuki sort of pauses, looks your way as she's passing by, smile a little wider than the others of the group before they start to fade back into the mist. The mist is sort of recycling itself, creating these two self-feeding loops. But then after Tuki, you see first the girl from earlier who gifted you that little yellow flower, sort of skips by, pauses, bows her head to you, keeps going. And then you see Percy, sort of apparating out of the mist, looking a little shy, a little unsure, looks your way, gets a bit more of a confident smile on his face. You can just barely make out the notes you played of your heroism song back when you first parted ways with him, before he goes running to catch up with an apparition of Jenny, and the two fade into the mist.
Yeah.
You are doing well. It gladdens me to see it.
Well, when a dragon takes you into a misty place and they tell you to do something, you do it.
As I recall, it took you a while, though.
Yeah, it took me a bit to get on my feet and start thinking more
I
optimistically.
do not blame you. When last we met, you were barely more than a child.
Yeah.
I put a
I've
burden
grown a
on
lot
you.
since then.
You have. And not just in terms of height, either.
Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you there.
It is fine. You are prone to speaking freely. With this, I have no objections.
So, may I ask a question?
Of
That's
course.
just- Is there something else you need to tell me now? Or, is there anything that I need to, like, continue or improve on, or, why, now in here? If you don't mind me asking, I'm not trying to sound abrasive or blunt. I just don't know how to ask otherwise.
Your confusion is understandable. I have not contextualized my appearance to you. But in response to your question, I would offer another. What answer do you believe you need it to be?
No. I just kind of going with the punches, rolling with it, taking it as it comes.
Well,
Honestly, I don't even know if you're a dream or something else, but it's cool to see you again.
there is a reason I called you here, in truth. There is a pain following you.
A pain?
Yes.
I mean, like, mentally or physically? Because
In every way. More than that, I am afraid I cannot divine. A pain follows you, and I fear in time you will follow it. But that is, in its way, a good thing. Because when first we met, I bade you to keep alive in your heart the spark of joy and light that Najira cultivated in you.
Yeah.
The beautiful songs, the large smiles, the kindness. These things foreign to your ancestry that make you so, so good. If a pain follows you, then you can cure it. I doubt it will be easy, but you have grown so much, you don't even know how much.
Well, that's good.
The dragon sort of lifts a paw and holds it out to you in like sort of a come here motion, sort of beckoning you towards the lump of land upon which she rests.
He takes it as an invitation to walk toward the dragon.
As you walk toward the dragon, the closer you get, the more you realize that your feet land higher and higher in the water until just before you reach the shore, you're walking on top of it. But as you step up onto the grassy slope and stand before the dragon, she turns her paw over, extends a single claw, and touches it to your chest. In your travels, your light has grown brighter, and brighter still with every song, every story, every melody, and every friend. But yours is not just any heart. You are dragonkin. Yours is the heart of a dragon. And I believe you are ready to truly start understanding what it is that means.
Uh-huh.
It is more than just a resistance to flame baked into your scales, or the ability to cast magic without uttering a whisper. It is more than your understanding of a language, or your blood's capacity to remember things you never knew. The heart of a dragon beats with power. And yours, I think, is ready to bloom. If you are ready to embrace it.
Yes. I think I am. Yes. I am. I hope. If I've grown as much as you said I have, and
I could not appear to you as I do if you had not.
that is true, I guess. Then,
If you are ready, then I bid you.
yes.
And she gestures to the waters around you. Take a drink and look upon the ring with me.
And before she does so, she's gonna look at her and she's like, and I still can't know your name or anything like that, right?
No. I am simply what you need me to be. Nothing more.
And Minnove will then bend down, cup the water in her hands, as if like she's, I don't know, cupping the water in her hands,
Yes.
and she will start drinking it from her hands.
It has this.
And as she drinks, she looks up.
All right. The water is surprisingly warm in your mouth and on your tongue, and it carries with it this sort of mineral taste. And it tingles, it buzzes against the inner lining of your mouth and down your throat. And as you look up into the pale ring, it seems to grow brighter and brighter in your eyes, until it's all consuming and everything is just pristine, silvery white. May it serve you well. It fades into dark. Your dreams begin to resume as normal. And the level of sorcerer you took is officially unlocked. And that's where we'll pick up next time.
Yay.
So, that was a lot of fun. Thank you all, ladies and gentlemen, so much for joining us for this session of Ringlight Fables. It's good to be back. We'll see you next time. Until then, take care of yourselves, keep listening, and don't be a dick. Bye-bye.
Goodbye.
Bye.
I love trippy dream sequences.